University and get their Master's of Divinity. They were becoming Methodist ministers. And so we got on the bus that morning. We took it all the way from Decatur to West Mason Ferry. We get off the bus and we walk up the driveway. We get to the guard station, and the guard comes out. And he looks at me, and he looks at my parents, and he says, "This is a private event. You don't belong here." My dad said, "No, this is my daughter Stacey. She's one of the valedictorians." But the guard doesn't look at the checklist in his hand. He doesn't ask my mom for the invitation in her purse. Yeah. He looks over our shoulder at the bus. The bus is taking hard-working Georgians to their jobs on a Sunday. The bus is taking folks who have no other way to get around to places that could possibly help them move their families up. And when he finishes looking at that bus, he's told himself a story about who I am, about who's on that bus. Because when he looks at me, he has a sneer on his face. This look of disparagement. He says, "I told you this is a private event. You don't belong here." Now I'm ready to believe him. I'm ready to get on that bus and go home. But my mom has my arm in a death grip. Because my parents wanted me to understand you don't let somebody tell you who you are. And instead, my mother and father, who were on their way to becoming ministers, showed me that they weren't pastors yet. Because they had a very engaged discussion with this gentleman about his decision-making skills. My father may have mentioned where he was going to spend eternity if he didn't find my name on the checklist. And so after a while, he found my name on the checklist and let us inside. But I tell you the story because I do not remember meeting the governor of Georgia. I don't remember meeting my fellow valedictorians from 159 counties to 180 school districts. The only thing I remember about that day is a man standing in front of the most powerful place in Georgia, looking at me and telling me I don't belong. But on November 6th, with y'all standing beside me, we're going to open those gates wide. Now, Sarah, in her incredible way, has told you about what's at stake, about how we have to educate bold and ambitious children from cradle to career. And I'm proud to be the only candidate running for governor who's been endorsed by educators in the state of Georgia, because they know my record.
That's right.
And I'm not running to be yet another education governor. We've had a lot of those. We've had 16 years of those. I intend to be the public education governor of the great state of Georgia.
All right.
But we also know it's about making sure that our kids have post-secondary opportunities. And that's why I want to create 22,000 apprenticeships in the state of Georgia. Because I don't want to hear anymore about how we have the #1 film industry, how we have the #1 transportation opportunities when our folks can't get those jobs because they don't have the skills they need. And I intend to be the governor to train them by 2022. 22,000 apprenticeships by 2022. Because that's the future of the state of Georgia. And it's going to start right here in South Wilmington. It's also about shops like this and owners like Michelle Harris. It's about investing in small businesses. Now, my opponent and I both talk about small business, but if you listen to us, there's a clear difference. He doesn't have a plan. He just likes to say the word. I actually have a plan to create a $10 million small business financing fund. Because I know when Michelle wants to franchise her business, she might need a little bit of investment to open up that next shop. She wants to go to East Point and start a business there. And she might be able to go to a bank, but there's no guarantee that bank's going to invest in her. And I want her to know that she's got a partner, that she's got someone in the governor's office who will co-sign on her dreams with her. That is why money to me. If we could build a thriving and diverse economy in all 159 counties, we could educate bold and ambitious children. But as Sarah pointed out, we have a fundamental crisis in the state of Georgia, and that is the lack of access to health care. And in the state of Georgia and Fulton County, we are ground zero for what is at stake. Because yes, we can save rural hospitals, but we have tens of thousands of Georgians who are being denied access to health care right here in Fulton County because the Republicans are too mean and too cheap to take the money. But if we expand Medicaid in Georgia, we will cover 500,000 Georgians.
Yes.
We will create 56,000 jobs in Georgia, more than Amazon, more than Baxter, more than Kia. And if we expand that Medicaid, we can do something about our criminal justice system.
That's right.
Because we know the #1 provider of mental health and substance abuse in Georgia, it is not our hospitals. It's our prison system. And I take this personally. I'm the second of 6 children. I've got an older sister who's an anthropologist, a sister who's a federal judge, a brother who's a social worker, a little sister who's an evolutionary biologist. But our brother Walter isn't on that litany. I don't get to talk about him as an attorney, which is what he was going to be when he went to Morehouse College. But my brother dropped out of Morehouse before his senior year because his addiction to drugs was stronger than his ambition to finish college. And instead of going off to law school, my brother wandered in and out of rehab, in and out of trouble, until finally he went to prison in 2014. And it was while he was in prison that he was diagnosed for the first time as bipolar. That's where we learned that my brother was feeding his addiction because he was trying to settle his mind, because he needed the medication for bipolar disorder. But like so many thousands of Georgians, so many thousands of people, he self-medicated because he didn't have access to real medication. And so instead of becoming the man he could be, he is now going to be for the rest of his life an ex-offender, a heroin addict, and he's going to be bipolar. They gave him the medication he needed in prison. He got stable and he got sober, and they released him saying, go forth and sin no more. But the minute they opened those gates, they took away his health care. They said, well, go get a good job and you can get health insurance in your job, but no one's going to give you health insurance at a job when you're an ex-offender. You're lucky if you can get an interview.
That's right.
And they said, well, go find a place to live, but you can't get an apartment when your last address was a state penitentiary. So Walter relapsed, he reoffended, and he was reincarcerated. And until Georgia expands Medicaid, all the Walters of Georgia are going to be on a cycle of retribution. I intend to be the governor of a state of redemption. That is why I'm But I can't do it alone. Sarah can't do it alone. Charlie Bailey cannot do this alone. Up and down the ballot, we have to elect Democrats from the top of the ticket to the bottom.
Yes.
We have to have partners in progress in the state of Georgia. And we need your help. Sarah asked you if you're an eligible voter, but I'm going to tell you this. None of you have voted enough. Now, before Brian Kemp takes me out of context, let me say what I mean. You have voted for you. But until you take 2 more people to the polls, you haven't done enough. Until you take 2 more after that, you haven't done. I'm working up to it. We got 7 days. We got 7 days. I need you to take 2 people to the polls tomorrow. And then I need you to find 5 people that you don't like, get them in your car, take them to the polls. And then I need you to find 10 people that you're mad at but can't remember why.
That's good.
And then I need you to find some people you broke up with to take them to the polls. Find some people you owe money and take them to the polls. And don't ask them for their money. Tell them to go vote. Because if we do this work, we can win this election.
That's right. Yes.
Fox News released a poll today that says I'm ahead. And here's the thing. I am statistically ahead within the margin of error.
Yes.
But the margin of error isn't really about error, it's about whether we show up or not.
That's right. That's
The margin of error is whether or not Georgia believes that we deserve more from our leaders.
Yes.
You know, I'm excited to be the first black woman to be the potential governor in the history of the United States of America.
Wow.
I don't want anyone to vote for me because I'm black. And Sarah and I don't want anyone to vote for us because we're women. And Sarah and Charlie and I don't want anybody to vote because we're Democrats. Y'all should vote for us because we're better. Because we're better, we need you to do 2 things. Number 1, say volunteer, say vote early.
Vote early.
Get out and vote early and then take more people with you.
That's right.
And the second thing I need you to do is say volunteer hard. Say volunteer hard.
Volunteer hard.
Once you have voted, make sure you are taking people to vote. Knock on doors, make phone calls and text messages, and don't assume anybody's doing it because they told you they saw me on Facebook. Don't assume somebody's going to do it because you saw a bumper sticker that said Sarah Rizzamico. Don't assume they're going to do it because Charlie Bailey has cool commercials. Make sure you're taking people to the polls because we cannot wake up on November 7th having let another generation pass us by.
That's right.
Because that's what's at stake. Whether the lines are drawn fairly in Georgia, that's what's on the ballot.
Yes.
Whether Medicaid comes to Georgia, that's what's on the ballot.
That's right.
Whether we continue criminal justice reform or say we've done enough, that is on the ballot.
Yes.
It's not our names, it's our future. Yes. And if you stand with us, if you vote early, say vote early.
Vote early.
Volunteer hard, say volunteer hard.
Volunteer hard.
If you are willing to do those 2 things, we are on our way to victory in the state of Georgia.
Yes. All right.